All right, good evening, everyone, and welcome to day 7 of our freelance training for beginners. I'm very excited to be here today, excuse me, especially because today's module is quite special, and most of everything that we're learning or everything that we want to do or be with in the freelancing journey would rest on this. No matter how much of an expert you are, no matter how skillful you are, no matter how you think you have all your games sorted to get started as a freelancer, if you do not know how to get the people who will buy the products and the services that you are, the business will not run, the business will not succeed, and you will soon give up and run out of business. And in fact, this is the predicament for quite a lot of freelancers at the moment. I mean, a lot of freelancers are out there, they have the skill, they have the expertise, some even have all the tools that they need, but they are not able to find their people. So as much as I want your skill and expertise to be 90%, I also desperately need your marketing skills, finding the people to buy your products and your service to even be 99%, because this is basically the only reason your business will survive. So with that being said, so the volume of my mic is low. Okay, please confirm that my volume is low or confirm that you can hear me clearly. If you cannot, then maybe I'll have to reconnect again. Confirm that the volume is okay or confirm that the volume is low. Please kindly confirm. Drop in the comments or unmute your mic and let me know if the volume of my stuff is low.
No, no, the volume is very, very okay for my corner.
Very okay. Okay. Thank you so much. I can hear you. Okay. Thank you so much. So, Mr. Femi, maybe you need to check from your end. Okay. So, I want you to take today's module very seriously, because, like I said, if you are not able to get today's part of your freelancing business right, then you have no business even trying to talk about being a freelancer. Because, like I said, there are so many skillful people out there, but getting people who will actually buy from them is important. And we're going to learn this today. And some of the things you're going to learn today is not something you already know. I think that the main challenge is with getting to do what you already know. One of the reasons why we are promoting vocational skills and promoting skill is because there are very many people who have all the education. There are many people who have gone to all the schools, but they still can't find a job or they are still broke. The difference between the people who are very educated and the people who are learning the skill and applying them is that the people who have the skill can actually practically solve the problem. So even as a freelancer, despite the fact that you've learned the skill, if you're not able to practicalize what you've learned, is a challenge. The same way it happens with, the module we're going to be talking about today. If you know what to do in terms of marketing and you're not spending the hours doing it, you're not consistent, you're not persistent, you're not putting in the work in terms of finding your people, then the tendency for you to be able to get the numbers is off. And again, you must know that business or even marketing is a game of numbers. If you are able to get the numbers in, you're able to get the pay in. And when I say numbers, it's relative, because again, we need to be sure what you do and the type of clientele you're looking for. I think a few days ago, we talked about who you want to be talking to, whether they are middle class, whether they are A-class businesses, whether they are people in the basement. So in some cases, if your clientele is the upper or A-class kind of business, and you know that just having one client in a week is just about enough, that's about your numbers as well. But generally speaking, you must get the customers or the clients to come to you to patronize the services that you offer if you want to win as a freelancer. So it's not easy to start in the first days of your freelancing entrepreneurship journey, okay? But searching out your first clients can feel like you're looking into the desert, right? Into a dry desert. And it can really get confusing and overwhelming. And that's why I have put this resource together to help you today. So the good news is that with a bit of determination, hard work, and persistence, you can quickly turn this confusion into something you'll be proud to look back to. So I've put together a few tips and tricks that can help you get started. And I'm going to tell you a few things. I'm going to tell you a bit about some of it. But again, like I said, there's pretty much nothing that we're talking about today that you probably may not have known before. But the key thing is to practicalize everything we're going to talk about today. And in fact, some of the classes you'll find, some of the platforms, we will be able to teach them in a more practical way during the social media class or during a digital marketing class. So if you're here and you're really bent on starting your freelancing journey and you're sure the services you want to offer, you've acquired the skill, it will make sense to learn a bit more about social media marketing, about digital marketing as well to get ahead, as a freelancer. So if you're new to freelancing or a newbie generally or a newbie as an entrepreneur, okay, you should be grateful for the internet. In fact, there is no better time than now to be grateful as a freelancer or as an entrepreneur. Because again, like I said, even we who started some 15 years ago, the internet was not this strong at that time. We were able to leverage on the internet, but we were not able to take advantage of it like new businesses are taking advantage of it now. So if you're about to freelance in this era, you have no reason to complain. In fact, you should be grateful. And one thing I would strongly recommend, since we are all in this era, is that if you're a freelancer and you're starting out, you should treat the social media or treat the internet as your friend. As a freelancer today, you do not need to go anywhere to be able to get clientele that you can serve, depending on the kind of business that you're operating on, the offer that you have for your clients, right? So the first thing to do is to start to build connections with the people and the businesses that you like, or that could be your potential clients. So if you're starting out, there are a few businesses that you might like to work with. There are a few businesses, some that you might look up to. There are a few businesses that you can connect to. Okay, so start with them. You should, on the social media, like, comment, or engage with your friends' post, or even the businesses you like, just to get some connection in the initial days, right? Support their businesses. I mean, if there are friends and relatives that you have that have businesses, especially if they have businesses that are similar to yours, or even if they are not similar to yours, just start engaging with them, start commenting, start building connection. Let them be noticing and observing that you are connecting and, commenting on their business. In fact, it makes sense to want to comment on the people's social media page that you are interested to work with. So if they are individuals, if they are small businesses, if they are something that you have interest and you want to connect with them, it makes sense to start by liking and commenting their page, right? Now, this will obviously go a long way to help you in the early days to find social connection that you need to get started. After a while, these people will notice whether they are your potential clients, whether they are small businesses, or what, they will notice you. And that way, if you, in some cases, decide to want to DM them or call them or talk to them about the businesses that you offer, they would kind of like being a bit familiar with you because you have engaged with them to some extent. Even if they don't get familiar because maybe they're already big already, you can even mention to them that you've been following them, and then you can make a comment about something that you like about their business, or something that you don't like, or something that is off, or something that you think you can do to be able to help them in line with your service. But whatever you do, start making those initial connections with them on social media. Now, another thing you must do is to knock on doors, okay? And when I say knock on doors, I literally mean to knock on doors. So meet people and tell them what you do. So on a daily basis, you want to be intentional about going out, and I know that you are a freelancer who is depending on digital marketing or digital space. But in case at this point you find yourself ever going out, some of us hardly ever go out. When you become a really busy freelancer, you might find that you're not always going out. But if you find that you are not very engaged online lately and you have to go out, make it a duty to intentionally tell 5 to 10 people about your business every day. Tell them about what you do. Tell them about the offer you have. In fact, in the early days, I strongly recommend that you begin to tell them about a pro bono service that you can offer to them, or a free service that you can offer to them. Because again, in the beginning, you want to build your portfolio and your clientele, right? And the easiest way to do this is to give it to people who might not be willing to pay for it, or who might be willing to pay for it, but they want to be sure that you have the value that they are looking for. So in the beginning, when you Go to knock on doors and be intentional about sharing your business and your services to people. Propose to do a pro bono for them. If the value of what you are giving is, say, for example, 50,000, do it for 5,000. Or even do it for free. Tell them I can make a sample for you. Some people, especially Nigerians who are very emotional, when they see that you've made an effort, sometimes even when they don't like it, they'll be willing to just give you something in exchange for it. And that can encourage you, to keep going basically. And yes, knocking on doors still works. You can still talk to 5, 10 people physically who might remember you. If it's a card you have or a flyer you have, they can keep it somewhere. And when they need it, they definitely might find you. At the end of the day, anyway, you have nothing to lose, because if you don't tell anybody, you already have an automatic no. So what's the big deal if you tell them and they say no? It's as good as you not telling them, right? So we want to ensure that at least you try to talk to 5 or 10 people. Now, one of the other things, like I said, as a digital person or as a freelancer in this digital age, is the fact that some doors may not be literally physical doors, right? Some doors may be electronic doors. Now, these doors could be things like even cold calling. They still work. In case you think that, yes, when you call 10 people, 5 people will snack back at you and say, oh, why you call? Why are you disturbing me? But at least one person or 2 persons may be willing to listen. In fact, in Dubai, cold calling is an everyday thing. Yeah, it can get really annoying. In fact, me personally, I don't like cold calling. And that's the reason why I rather than cold calling, I do cold WhatsApp. And I see that a lot of people complain, yes, but in that cold WhatsApp, if I send WhatsApp messages to 200 people, it is impossible for 20 out of them not be interested in what I'm doing. So in your early days, don't be shy. Sometimes it might be seen as spam, yes, but sometimes it can be ethical, especially the fact that you are not taking advantage of them, or you're not selling, or you're not trying to tell them about something that is a lie or something that does not work. So be willing to cold call, be willing to cold WhatsApp, be willing to do some posting on on the Facebook group that you belong. Be willing to send cold emails. You see it every day. Even the banks send you cold emails. Don't be ashamed. People will complain. Yes, people will say, where did you get my email? Where did you get my number? All those sort of questions. But I tell you the truth. Whether you are physically knocking on doors, if you knock on 100 doors, maybe only 10 will still literally be willing to buy. I mean, remember those days? Even now, it still happens. When the churches will give you flyers on the road, you just ignore them. Sometimes somebody's giving you a flyer of something that will change your life, but you will ignore. That's what I told somebody today who was trying to harass me when I was sending them message. I said, well, I understand that there's so many crazy things happening on the internet, but sometimes if you completely close your mind, that's how you close your mind to the person who's providing a solution for the thing that you've been looking for. But nonetheless, the point is, try to reach the numbers, okay? So you must get started and also get used to knocking on doors. And from doing that, you will gain the confidence you need to keep going. If you do this for some time and you are able to get a few clients who will patronize you and pay for your service, you'll find that you will begin to gain the confidence that you need to get going. Join WhatsApp groups. Of course, that's how you and I are met, or that's how you and I are currently operating. WhatsApp group is a dream come true. I don't know what I could have done or what I'll be doing apart from the fact that, yeah, once in a while I do sponsored ads. Sometimes even the sponsored ads, I'm sure we're going to talk about these things in our social media class, right? As I speak to you right now, the university we're partnering with to organize the nursing assistant training that we're organizing, we had a 100K budget to advertise that program. I can tell you for a fact that for almost 2 weeks now that this advert is running, yes, the people are seeing it, but I cannot tell you that out of the about 10 to 15 students that we potentially sold to, I doubt if 2 people came from that paid ads of 100,000. So sometimes the organic adverts that you do, the engagements on WhatsApp, the engagements on some Facebook group, the engagements of different platforms sometimes may even get you the clients more than even the paid ads. So don't think that because you put money behind the paid ads or you spend money advertising, you're going to get the money back. Yes, there is that possibility. And in fact, we're going to have a social media class where we will show to you how you can actually have a small marketing budget. But in the beginning, when you do not have the money to spend, you have to use what you have. You have to start from where you are. And that's basically what I try to teach. I try to say, before you get to that point where your business have a lot of resources to start spending, what can you do within your small space and within your small network? What can you do that is available for free to get the result that you desire? Okay, for example, I'm trying to get 1,000 what do you call Push Africa associates to work with me on the affiliate program that we're launching, right? Now, it is my target that in the next 10 days, I will be able to get 1,000 people. So I have targeted that every day, I want to have 100 people who will register for that program. And I'm closing it. From day before yesterday till now, I have about 250. Now, if I have a target of 100 and I'm able to get 80 or get 70, that's a pass mark, right? These are the kind of things that I really would wish that some of you would be determined to do in your individual business. And basically doing it organically, taking some no's here and there, getting some people say, I'm not interested here and there. But trust me, out of 10, 6 will be willing to listen to you if you leverage on this free organic platforms that are currently available. So join WhatsApp groups. It's a good place to start to promote your business. Become friends with the admin and ask him if you can post your business in the group. Also ask to share some tips, okay? Some of you who have some resources you want to share or some resources that you think that are valuable, you can ask the admin to allow you do some training for free, for example, or some information session, or share some tips or some valuable resources or whatever it is you think you can. Seize that opportunity after the training or after the information session to share your own group line or your own group link, I beg your pardon, for those who might be interested to come closer to your domain or your community to ask a few questions, okay? So you should also leverage on some apps, and some of these apps will show you, I will teach you some of it for free. Some apps that can allow you send bulk messages or can allow you send messages to a good number of people, especially on WhatsApp. And I keep saying this because WhatsApp for me, I think that WhatsApp is a great place. I think that WhatsApp is that, in fact, these days, people don't listen, people don't, in fact, these days, people don't even read their, please, can you mute your mic? I keep muting you and it's unmuting back. These days, people don't even watch, people don't even listen. Favor, please mute your mic. These days, people don't even open their text messages, but they are always on WhatsApp. You'll be amazed that even the richest big men are always on WhatsApp. The richest big men are always on WhatsApp. They may not read their SMS. So SMS is even going instinct. WhatsApp is the new place that everybody is on. Yes, I'm not saying that all your clients must be in the WhatsApp group, but leverage on the ones that are available there. Facebook, of course, Facebook cannot be overemphasized. As in fact, personally, I don't do Instagram. I have an Instagram account, but I don't do Instagram strongly because I know who I've been called to serve. I know that the people that have been called to serve are on Facebook more than on WhatsApp. It depends on you and the products and the services that you have. Some of you might be those kind of bling bling people. So you are able to show quality pictures, you are able to show content and all that appeals to that platform. But some of us are more interested in Facebook because that's where we think our target market is. But whichever the case, create or review your current Facebook page into a professional mode and share your work or services to others to see and possibly help you. Ask them to also possibly help you to share to their friends as well. If you have friends on Facebook already, when you share your business or your services or your whatever it is you offer, ask your friends to also help you share them, especially if they are valuable. Now, when you change your Facebook page from your personal Facebook page as you know it to be, we will show you how to do that. Ensure that you have a team. Ensure that you have a particular sequence of color, of team, of like, make sure your page is organized. That consistently there are certain information that are seen on your page, so that when people come to your page, they can see that there's some level of organized setting on your page. Not that you post about church today, you post about one music video tomorrow, you post about your product. When people come and they see that you're just posting all kinds of things, that you're not consistent with what you post, the tendency to engage with you or to trust what you do might be a little difficult. So have a sequence, have a team, be consistent and engage as much as possible on your Facebook page. Like I said, some of you already have your page just on a regular page. There's a simple way to transition it or to change it on just your Facebook page that it is now to a business, a professional page. You don't have to create a new page or create a business page. These days, just having your personal page can be turned into a business, can be turned into a commercial platform, and you can still use it for your personal communication as well. Okay. So if you have clients already who are already taking your service, you want to ask them for reviews. You want to ask them to give you testimonials so you can share them on your page so that others can see and feel the type of services that you offer and begin to trust what you do. And hopefully they can patronize you as well. As much as you're on Facebook, it's important to also be on Facebook group. In fact, Facebook group most times can be bigger, can be a lot bigger than WhatsApp group. You and I know that WhatsApp group has a limit of just 1,025 people, but Facebook has some groups that has 40,000, 100,000, even 1 million people are on Facebook groups. So join Facebook groups that aligns with what you do, marketplace Facebook groups that will allow you to share the things that you do, right? The same thing you do with your WhatsApp group, make friends with the admin, ask him to post some information that are resourceful consistently on the page if he allows you. Tell them you are willing to conduct training for the group members if he thinks he will. Some of the Facebook group may ask you to pay a little token to be able to get visibility. If you can't do, if what they're requesting for is not too much, 5,000, 10,000, do so that you can get if you are sure that the Facebook group has your target market and they will actually come to buy what it is you're selling. But if you also have any resourceful information that you want to give out to them for free, tell the admin that you have something you want to share with the group for free. Some will say no, some will say yes. If they say yes after the training, you can now do a call to action and drop your number or drop your WhatsApp group link or whatever that will channel them to your platform. Instagram, you must have, but not everybody must have. Depends on the service you offer, depends on who your target market is. Like I said, presently, I'm not strong on Instagram. I use Facebook more. And in fact, I feel like I'm late. I'm just trying now to be able to grow my Facebook to a point where I can be sure that I can post stuff. And in fact, don't forget that all of these social media platforms, even when you begin to use them to sell your products or your service, can be monetized. So you can make money not just from what you sell on this platform, but you can also make money when your group starts growing. So you want to be intentional about it to see how you can even generate resources for many streams, from using this platform. So you can create or review your current Instagram page into a professional mode the same way you would do for Facebook, and share your work or your services to others to see and possibly help you to also share. You can ask them to also help you share your friends and followers once in a while when you post something that is resourceful, right? Now, as your business grows, consider having a marketing budget to boost your business, especially on Instagram, and ensure to be more consistent to gain organic followers as well. We will talk a little bit more about this during the social media class. They will teach you a couple of things that you can do to gain followership organically, and what you can do also, because like I said earlier, you can learn how to use social media to promote your business in such a way that even when you have a marketing budget, when you put a marketing budget on your social media, you will still be able to get, your return on investment. Because like I said, many people spend money on social media, but yet they don't get return on investment. TikTok. I just have an account to view a few things. I haven't really started doing any TikTok content. But for some of you who are confident or some of you who are creative, you want to create videos that will help engage your clients or your potential clients. You want to make videos that are educational about your services or your expertise. You even want to just make explainer videos that will talk about how they can use whatever it is you sell or the benefit of the services that you offer. Or for some potential clients who may not even know the advantage of coming to you, you can as well share reviews also. Make a video of your reviews and post them on TikTok. Sometimes you can engage your clients. You can tell your clients to do a video, those ones who are not ashamed, who are not shy, to do you a video to talk about how using your product has done this for them. Maybe their business used to be here, but now their business is here because you of the services that you offer to them. You can leverage on all of these things, right? Very soon, I intend to start doing all that. We're just trying to create a few things. We're trying to make sure that our affiliate program is up and running. So very soon, we're going to engage members of our community to do these things for us, to do videos, to do all this that we can share on our platform consistently to be able to grow our audience. But whatever you do on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, you must be consistent. LinkedIn is one platform that freelancers also find very resourceful. I have a LinkedIn professional page and I review it from time to time. It makes sense to have a professional space, a professional page on LinkedIn, especially if you're interested in promoting your persona or your expertise. So if, for example, you are a professional documentary production person, right? Or you are a professional writer, you write like me who writes. I mean, it was only imperative to have. I think I've gotten some connections on LinkedIn from time to time. Though LinkedIn is mostly used for those guys who are looking for jobs, right? Yeah, LinkedIn is mostly used by those guys who are looking for full-time employment. But like I said, freelancers are taking advantage of it. It makes sense to just take some time, explore to see how the LinkedIn works and see how you can have a profile about yourself. Because again, there are some people who want to work with you depending on what service you offer, and they will ask for a LinkedIn profile because they just want to see all the people that you've worked for. Now, on Facebook, you cannot have that. On Instagram, you cannot have that. You cannot have your portfolio clearly, listed or stated on Facebook, on Instagram. But on LinkedIn, you can have. There's a room for you to write the last person you've worked for, who you are currently working for, that sort of thing. And in fact, for freelancers, it makes sense because every client you work with, you can summarize the experience you've had with them, especially for some of you who are going to be looking for international clients. Because again, after this class, when you choose to do the social media marketing or the digital marketing, you are going to be shown how to also set up. When you actually finish the skill that you have learned, whichever trainer teaches you on any skill that we have available on our platform in Push Africa, you must be compelled to have an Upwork account or a Fiverr account or either of them. Because on these platforms, if you are, for example, a data entry specialist, or you are a graphic designer, or you are a web development specialist, or whatever it is you do, it makes sense to have an Upwork platform where you can showcase your work on that community, and hopefully you can get clients, because clients come to those platforms. They come to look for freelancers on those platforms. So all our trainers will show you how you can have an account on this platform. But please know that when you have an account on this platform, it does not end there. You need to continue to build your portfolio. You need to find clients on other space other than on Fiverr and Upwork, so that you can continue to make your portfolio attractive for the clientele who will see you on Upwork, on Fiverr. In case you don't know all these platforms that I'm talking about, please Google them. After this class, just Google Upwork, Google Fiverr, and you'll see what currently happens there. These are spaces for freelancers. So if you want to really go pro as a freelancer, you need to have an account on those platforms to advertise your work. But I strongly recommend that you utilize all the social media platforms, or some. And in fact, for me, I feel like it makes sense to choose one or two social media platforms that you want to be strong on and be consistent on that platform, right? But again, you should have an Upwork and a Fiverr account, because on those platforms, you have the potential to be able to attract customers there. But once you're advertising organically on Facebook and on WhatsApp, when you get local clients within those spaces, you can use that to further build your portfolio on Upwork and on Fiverr and make it attractive for more global clients to be able to find you. Okay, so make sure to improve on your portfolio as well, not only on those platforms, but on LinkedIn for some of you. I know that it might look like a lot. It might look like, oh my God, I'm doing Facebook, I'm doing Instagram, I'm doing LinkedIn, I'm doing Fiverr, I'm doing Upwork. I understand. But that's the reason I've said that you can choose one or two that you intend to focus and overutilize it. I don't know about you, but for some reason, if I'm speaking to B2C clients, right, business to customer clients, I just stay on WhatsApp. WhatsApp just works for me. In fact, WhatsApp even has a way that you can have an advertising budget and advertise on WhatsApp and people will see it, right? Facebook also works for me. So I'm not even very strong on these platforms. On Fiverr and Upwork, I'm not strong because I have enough clients on a few platforms that I've chosen. So it's up to you to take your time to do the research and choose the ones that work for you and stick to it. Email marketing. It is very important also for B2B businesses, but it's also important for B2C as well. And when I call these terms and you do not know them, please Google them. Google is your friend. If, for example, you're just attending a training like this and they make some abbreviations that you do not understand, write it down and Google. Google will always give you even a more detailed explanation. B2B business means business to business. So if, for example, I'm a graphic designer and I have a freelancing business, it means that or a web designer, it means that the people I'm looking for to work with is a business, and I'm also a business. So it means that my target market are businesses, right? If I am a documentary production person, it means that I'm looking for businesses to work with, right? So it means that I am a B2B kind of business. But for example, for this particular course, my clientele are customers. Let's correct what spelling. Any typo error you see here, please ignore them. They will be corrected definitely. So I was distracted a little bit. So for example, this particular clientele for this training is a B2C. So you are the customers. So it's a business to customers, right? So even though you are a B2C type of business, you still would need emails. You still would need to send. So freelancers will need to email clients and prospective clients about the new service or new product, or sometimes even send bulk emails or have an emailing list that they will require to market and advertise their freelancing business as well. So email marketing is required. What I do now, I do not use any of those email marketing company, but I have plans to start using them soon, because the number of target markets that I want to start reaching now are going to be in their thousands. So unlike now, where I can do regular emails, like send emails to 200 people and just use the BBC, or they copy these people and I'll send it. But anytime soon, I'm going to be sending emails to up to 1,000 people, 2,000. So if you are going to be doing that bulk kind of email, you will need an email company. Certainly, you will not be able to do 1,000 emails to 1,000 clients at once. So you need to learn that. And the social media class, again, like I said, will teach us how to be able to leverage on that. So on the final note, getting rejected when you're doing marketing is a norm. It doesn't feel good, but it's a norm. So get used to it, okay? It's something we must, as salespeople, as freelancers, as entrepreneurs, get used to. That you're going to knock on 100 doors, and at the end of the day, the people you're going to eventually sell to are going to be 10. So get used to the fact that you're going to get rejected. People are going to tell you no, and it's okay. It's okay to get those no's, because that's the reason why you're an entrepreneur, right? The next thing you should do is to check who is next and go for it. So if you're not going to do and they said no, next. If you're not going to do and they said no, next. That's the spirit of an entrepreneur, right? And again, you must know that if you want to succeed as an entrepreneur or as a freelancer, it is a game of numbers. So if you are looking to have 10 clients, you cannot talk to 10. In fact, if you're looking to have one client, don't talk to 10. If you're looking to have 5 clients, my friend, the way I operate, and I tell people all the time, and that's the reason it's impossible for me to run out of clientele, right? If I'm looking for 5 or if I'm looking for 50, I talk to 500. The tendency, if I'm looking for 5, I talk to 500. The tendency for if I talk to 500, the tendency for 100 to be interested in what I'm selling is there. The tendency for 50 to be willing to buy is there. The tendency for 5 to have the money to pay me instantly when I talk to them is there. So if you have these arithmetics concerning numbers as an entrepreneur, as a freelancer, it just makes your work easy. It can be tough in the beginning, but if you're willing to take off the ground initially and keep at it, it might take time, but if you keep trying new things and you keep doubling down the effort and doing the work, things will get better and things will certainly work. So long as you are sure that you have the value to give in exchange for the resources that they are going to give to you, it is very possible that it will work and you will succeed. But if you are like the many other people that I see, or the many people that I see every day, even including the community I'm trying to build now, I'm trying to build a community of associates who would help us promote our training programs and all the things that we do. I see that some of them are lazy. Out of 100 people you will find who are willing to come in to be an associate or to be part of the community, only 10 might be willing to do the work. And this work, if you take it seriously, it can be a full-time engagement for you, and it can pay you more than any employment can pay you. But if you're not willing to fold your sleeves, be the marketer, be all the things you're supposed to be, like we had shared in the couple of class, in the previous class past, you're not sure you're willing to, go in deep and be a freelancer. So you must know that you must get in dirty, do the heavy lifting, do the marketing, get the many no's, get the few yeses, and keep grinding and keep going for it. So this is basically what you need. But like I said, this is just the theoretical part. The practical, at least now you know what you need, right? The practical part, for example, in the sales area or in the finding your people, is basically dependent on social media mostly. 9 out of 10 times, you need social media. Maybe the remaining, or let's say 8 out of 10 times, maybe the remaining 2 times, you have to go out and talk to your friends and talk to your neighbor. And in the beginning, actually, you have to start with the 2 times. But again, you can still start on social media, actually. But one of the things that works for me whenever I'm starting a new business is that I talk to my friends and relatives. The fact that I know that is valuable and is going to be impactful, when my friends and relatives are willing to buy from me, when they're happy, they share it with their friends. In fact, funny enough, even when they are not happy, because of support and solidarity for me, they still share it, and I'm still able to get more clients, basically. So I encourage you in the beginning, start with your friends and family, start with your networks in the beginning, and then thereafter, whether it's on social media or it's offline, start with them. And then from there, you can grow on now to have confidence to now talk to people you do not know. And don't be afraid to talk to people you do not know. Somebody might be looking for what you have to offer. So you have to be confident. Just develop that thick skin. Most people who do well in business, they are not shy. They are not intimidated. They don't worry about the no's. They don't worry about the ones that they will fail. They focus more on the results or the goal that they have for their business, basically. So this is the end of my presentation. You have any questions? You have any concerns, any contribution you want to ask? I see somebody's been saying something, and I see somebody posted. He says, no, I don't mean your writing is not correct. I need to know whether it is Fiverr or if I know it's Fiverr. Thank you so much, Femi, for responding. It's Fiverr. Okay. Then Upwork. Yes, it's Upwork. Mr. Femi just corrected that. So check Fiverr and Upwork. These are platforms where freelancers hang out. And these platforms, the people who need the freelancers go there as well. And so they scout for freelancers there and they patronize them there. So every freelancer must have a Fiverr and an Upwork account, especially if you're interested to have global clientele, people who are going to pay you in dollars. These are the places where we hear all those stories about. You can be working in Nigeria for a foreign company, and you can actually get clients from abroad who will be able to pay you in dollars. So it is on Fiverr and on Upwork that these guys are. And so if you want to be a freelancer, you should be determined to get to the point where you can create attractive portfolio. One of the challenges on those platforms is the fact that if you've not been able to build your portfolio, have experiences working for other people, get reviews, get some stars, get some rating, it will be difficult for you to get clients there. I know people who have been on Fiverr and Upwork for more than a year, 2, or even 3. They are not able to be competitive because their portfolio is not being improved upon. So you must be determined to improve on your portfolio and be competitive. Don't forget that on that platform, there is an Indian guy there. There is a guy from the UK there. There's a guy from America there. So if you must be in Nigeria and attract global clients, you must be willing to compete with those guys who are on this platform, who also has their A game as well. So work towards making sure that you have an account on those platforms so you can compete. But before then, serve the local market, get the experience, talk to people in your church, talk to people in your local community, your student association, get people even on your WhatsApp page, on your Facebook page, engage with them and tell them what you can do. When you work for them, they are happy, they're satisfied, collect their reviews, build your portfolio to say you've delivered this and this and that. That way, somebody on the global space will be willing to try to see what you can do for them. So if you have any questions, ask me. Why do we have so many people joining now when we're just about to finish? What happened? Where did you all go? Why are you just joining now? Abayomi Akinola, I'm just seeing you even have 2 accounts here. Adebosola Jai, Ejiro, Ekaite. Where have you guys all been? You guys don't join our classes often. Mutiu, I know Mutiu. Mutiu is always here. Stella is always here. Mr. Femi is always here. Gift Dele is always here. Ekaite, Ejiro, Adebosola Jai. Where are you all coming from? Okay, so if you have any questions, please go ahead and ask me. I'll be here to answer your questions. The recorded version will be available for submission anytime. Yes, go ahead, Mr. Femi.
When are we having the classes? When are we having the classes on this digital
marketing,
social media? The link.
Yeah, it will start on the first. It will start on the 1st of November.
1st of November. But yes, you've not posted that flyer.
Yes, I have, but I haven't opened it up for registration yet. But I think I will tomorrow. Our graphic design class starts on the 1st of October. We just want to be able to get a good number of students for the class. So we will start publicity for that soon. And on the 1st of November, we'll have it.
That's all right. Thank you very much.
After this year, from next year, we will start having all our classes simultaneously because then we will have the numbers. Then also our associate community will be much, so they will be bringing in their individual clients and all that. But in the beginning, we're just having them batch by batch so that we don't get overwhelmed and we don't have small numbers per class. Do you understand? Okay, if you have any other questions, please go ahead and ask. Anyone has a question? Please go ahead and ask. Other than that, I think we've exhausted all that we're here for today. Ejiro, you have something you want to say? You're just joining. I'm just seeing you for the first time. Do you have something you want to say? You joined late as well. Ekaite, do you want to say something to us? Ganda, I think I see your assignments, but I haven't really seen you in class. Ganda Saraya. Okay, thank you very much. So this is the much that we can take today. Everyone do have a good night. We'll see you again on Wednesday. I'll send in the video recording later now. And I'll also send the quiz. We'll meet on Wednesday. Wednesday is the 8th. Friday is, okay. Ejiro says she's always in class. Okay, that's fine. Please try to be in class every day. If you want to have certificate for this training, try to be in class and let me see your assignment so that when you ask for certificate, it will be justified to have you receive them. Mutiu, thank you so much. I see you all the time. Give Dele, thank you so much. So everyone, have a good night. We'll see you on Wednesday. On Friday will be day 9. And so the following week, on Monday, we will be done. And then we will do our bonus class maybe between Wednesday and Friday, and the class will be done and we'll get ready for the next batch. So thank you very much. Please engage on our Facebook page. Go to my Facebook page and drop a testimonial. Just say a thing or two that you're learning. I haven't seen your comments, Gift Daily. I haven't seen your comments, Ejiro, Ekaite, Ganda Saraya. I will send the link in the group right now. Just drop a comment. Abayomi. Even Godson, you have always come here, but I haven't seen your comments on our Facebook page. So please drop a message for us. Femi, you too. Mutiu, drop a message on our Facebook page and just say something that you're learning, just to encourage us to keep going, okay? Thank you, everyone. Do have a good night, and enjoy the rest of the week. Bye.
I did not disturb you.
You are disturbing now, still recording.
Oh. Can I make tea if I want?
Yes.